In between me working on my base and going to the end and things like that, I've been coming back over here and working more and more and more on the railway. And while it's obviously still not done yet and we still don't have all the railways all over the place, I think it's about time we actually work on a few train stations. Because honestly, what we have right here is a little bit sad if I'm honest. But first things first, we're gonna have to deforest a few of these mangrove trees. Now I remember on day 1 of logging into the realm saying that mangrove trees are very difficult to cut down on day 1, and I think that still holds true for what is this? Month 2 or something like that we've been on the realm? Also, can anyone explain why the mangrove roots don't disappear like what they do with the leaves? 1 hour of complaining about mangrove trees later? And don't even get me started on the muddy mangrove roots around the anyways, what we've actually done is we've cleared everything we needed to clear out. And much like the other train stations, I've marked out our general areas to what I want to build inside of. And obviously, because it's a spawn track, it's going to be a lot bigger than the other ones are going to build around the place. Because at some point in the future, I am expecting to build quite a few more rails going off of this one spawn area. But we'll of course worry about that later. For now, let's get this first one properly built up and constructed, which I'm doing right here in this time lapse. And if you notice anything familiar, that's because I am using pretty much a pretty similar block palette I used for the mayor's office, which I think personally, when I work in these more realistic buildings, it's the block palette I'm actually going to be sticking to. But even though I did use the same block palette, I think it still managed to turn out to be its own separate thing. Because if we take off from the sky, then we can have a pretty good look at it from below. And yeah, as we can see, the roof looks fairly similar. We have some bricks in here, we have some sandstone and things like that, but again, you could tell it's a different building, but you could tell that there's some familiarities here. The inside, on the other hand, could be in need of a little bit of work. From the spawn train station, there's going to be 3 separate lines that goes off in every single direction. The one we have right here, another one's going to go off to the shopping district, and another one I think is going to go off to the stronghold. But now to the matter of when you actually get in here, and typically someone would have to actually break the minecart, put it in a chest or something like that. I want that to be entirely automatic, where a minecart would go under the ground, go through the walls up here, and then back onto this line without you having to break a single thing. And in my mind, the redstone should be fairly easy, but we shall see as we build it up. And now that that's built up, what should hypothetically happen is when I go over that detector rail, I'll be booted out and the minecart will go underground. But there's only really one way to find out, so let's see. And okay, we're out, and it worked. It actually worked. It went underground, and ooh, it didn't go. It's supposed to. Oh, I just forgot the block, but okay, seems to be working, But now it's time to just send it up through the walls, hook up a little bit of redstone in between these 2 block thick walls, and then I think everything is ready for this first one. And having hooked everything up, I believe everything is pretty much hooked up and ready to go. But now for a proper test, actually see if this will work. So it'll go up, it should go underground as usual. Okay, everything seems to be working fine then. It should go spewing up the wall and landing itself right there. And then if we push this button, then it should just land right here and ready to go off in the other direction. Perfect. My only worry, however, is I'm not exactly sure how idiot-proof this is and how obvious everything is around here. And you know, I could just put signs and things like that around the place, but how fun is that when you can actually just bring someone in and see if they can figure it out? That sounds way more fun in my opinion. So, Duba, all I need, you know the minecart track that links the town to the spawn?
Yes.
Ride on that and head to spawn. And then I'm gonna go hands off and I'm gonna see if you can figure it out.
Oh boy. Okay. Should I have put stuff away?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna kill you. I've not been killed from it yet.
I hope it won't. Just in case, I'm taking off my helmet because that thing's about to break.
Public transport, it's not that dangerous, come on.
Will I die from public transportation? Probably not. I am arriving.
I see you, Duba. Welcome.
See what this does.
Welcome.
Oh.
Now, do you want to get back? Do you want to get back to town? Are you looking to get back to town?
Yes.
Well, you should have everything you need. Yay.
Okay.
It could be anything. Could even be that button.
Ah. Ah ha ha.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You never have to break the minecart. You just have to push a button and go.
That's quite nice.
I'm gonna have to build this everywhere, every place I build a train station, but
I see the works. I see.
The 2-second hassle of you breaking a minecart, putting it in a chest will be gone.
This is brilliant. This will revolutionize our lives.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Alright. Bye, Duba. Bye.
Goodbye.
I'll see you later. Idiot proof test complete. And right now you might be expecting me to do all the furnishing and things like that inside this first one at spawn, but in my mind, I think it's better to get the entire functionality of it completed, or at least what we have laid out completed, before we do any of the fashion bits. So I guess at this one point, I do want to build up the other 2 train station layouts I built up so far, but considering how many I'm gonna have to build up in the future, again, I might leave it up to some of the other members of Cosmic to actually build up some. We'll have to see, But if I'm completely honest right here, most of the train stations, design-wise, is gonna be pretty much exactly the same when you go to every single one of them. The only main difference is the length and width and how many actual stations and railways are going to come in. Which is why instead of you seeing me completely build the same thing over again, I'm just going to do it very quickly in this time lapse. But as I was halfway through building up this one, thanks to its strange shape, I've come to the realization that this one was quite a bit more tricky to build than the first. First off, because this one actually has 3 lines going off in that direction, spawn, and going off in this direction, and as you can see there's a little bit of a house in the way, so we're gonna have to go probably deep underground to avoid that. And second off, the thing that was way more obvious hit me after I completely built the entire thing. There's no easy way in actually having entrances, so I had to sort of maneuver the redstone around in one side to try to get some entrances here and there, but yeah, in the end, it managed to work out just about. But again, looks very similar to the first one, but thanks to its different shape, it looks just different enough to tell that you are in a different place. Also, the fact that you are in a different place kind of helps too with different buildings and things. And another thing, I forgot to add in all the minecart rails on this one side, so we're gonna have to do that too. But before we do any of that, there's other means of business we have to do, because today is actually the day where we are doing our mayoral debate. And take a guess as to who's gonna be the one hosting it and asking all the questions. That's right, me. And typically debates can be just a little bit boring if I'm honest, but this debate in particular, I'm going to try and make it as fun and as exciting as I physically can. Or at the very least, I'll give it my best shot. Good evening, and welcome to this season's mayoral debate. I am your host, and I'm being joined by the 4 candidates, Demonic, Puffy, James, and Duba. I've come up with 3 unbiased questions that each of the candidates will have to answer, as well as the questions specifically for each of the candidates. Let's not waste any time, and let's get started. Starting off with question number 1. What compelled you to run for mayor? We'll begin with Duba. You have 60 seconds.
Personally, I don't know the answer for that. What does compel anyone to do anything? But I think I could probably do some things around to help the town. You know, I've been put in leadership positions before, so I think might as well give it a shot.
All right, thank you very much. And James, same question.
Well, I was elected by the Chest2 Bro Committee. Wait, you did not. I guess I'm going for mayor. And also, they made a very convincing map, which just so happened to be very nice. So yeah, I decided to run, and also we needed a mayor. So
okay, thank you for that answer, Puffy.
So me and my associates, that's right, talked about this town's state at the moment. And we figure out that we need somebody to run this town and also clean it. Also decrease some lag, of course, because everybody's lagging, right? Yes? No? So I compelled myself as mayor to do better stuff and make this town the best that it can be. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yay.
And Demonic,
Miss Universe na.
what compelled you to run for mayor?
My spirit is to make peace across the universe, and when I saw cosmic dirtiness of uncleaned roads, it made me want to run for mayor.
Thank you very much, Demonic. Thank you very much. Question number 2, everyone. How do you intend to continue growing the town and the shopping district?
Well, I think for starters, I would probably start to create more paths with some, waypoint signs. Get a nice ice boat path in the Nether for people who are much further away, and make a lot of transportation easier. Overall, make transportation easier, and make it a lot easier for people to get where they need to be.
Well, thank you very much. James, same question. How do you intend to continue growing the town and the shopping district?
Okay, so I know people aren't going to like it, but I'm thinking a form of taxes. Yes, taxes. So here's what's going to happen if you elect me for mayor. In order to fund the building of roads and whatnot, we need diamonds. So, the shopping district, you can rent spaces to put your shops instead of just throwing a shop down. And also, it'll help keep the shopping district nice, orderly, and clean at the same time.
Very informal. Thank you very much, James. Puffy, same question. How do you intend to continue growing the town and the shopping district?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really the best builder that this server has. So I wouldn't be able to do the roads, but I can do some of it. Me and my associates are planning to sponsor the rails, the roads, and some plot making areas to the shopping district. To expand it, of course. And also, I love the taxes idea, but I don't think everybody has the diamonds to pay it. So me and my associates are going to fund all of things that can be upgraded here.
Okay, thank you very much. And Demonic.
I intend to clear the mountains and make the roads and space, make more buildings, ice boat, water path, and much, finish the cosmic railway using my resources.
Oh, thank you very much for that very informal answer. Very interesting answer. Thank you very much. Final question for everyone to answer, and then I have one for each of you personally. Our town is fairly split in terms of you 4 candidates. What would you do to appeal to those who aren't in favor of your policies?
I believe the first thing I would do is try to start putting like a little bit of an example, like a free sample of what you can have with me. Like I can make a little section that has kind of everything that I would be planning to do in it, so that everyone could walk by and just see what the rest of the server might look like after a little bit of time with me.
Very interesting. Very interesting. James, how would you do this?
Well, anyone who needs an elytra, who doesn't already have one, can get one. Just vote for me.
Wait. Actually, I don't wanna break James' thing, but isn't that bribing? No?
No.
Sounds like it.
No. I'm just
sounds
helping
bribing to
other
me.
people.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to Puffy. See what his answer is. Puffy, how would you appeal to the masses?
I would love to follow up in Duba's opinion. I'm showing bits of the effects that you're going to make in this town is good. And to add to that, I'm going to show the pros and cons to people. Like, this is a pro for this idea, and this one is also a pro. Like, building more roads can be more good for the town, like for the shopping district. So basically, I'm going to show every pros that we will have.
Very cool. Thank you very much. And all right, Demonic, what do you have? What do you have in store for us?
I would do as they ask. I would take suggestions and implement them and try to make peace.
That's not a bad idea. But all right, those are all the questions that each of you have to answer. Now I have one in particular that's specifically specified for you. And Duba, you are the newest member of Cosmic, though you said you've had experience in the past in terms of politics and other SMPs. What can you say to the other members of Cosmic that will ensure us that your experience will be what we need for the mayor of Cosmic?
Through this said experience, I have made it pretty enjoyable in servers. Peace is kept in order. People have a genuinely good time around the server, no one needs to really worry about too much anymore. And after a certain amount of time, it's all just everyone hanging out for a while. No one has to really worry about trivial stuff like whether they have food or resources anymore.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. So, James, you currently reside in the End. If you become mayor, how do you intend to do your duties while you're in the End?
Well, I plan to make occasional visits to the overworld, but for the most part, my cabinet of chessboat bros will be assisting me in working in the overworld.
So, Puffy, very important question. Very important question for you. You said on camera, and I quote, "I'm going to commit genocide."
I'm going to commit genocide or something.
Could you please alliterate and clarify what you meant?
Okay, hear me out. Okay, listen. I was in I have no sleep at that time, and you know that the effects of a guy not sleeping for like 23 hours, right? Me and my associates have been putting the work to plan this town if I ever become mayor. And sleep is not really been the best thing that I have for the past week or two or 1 year or something. And if you don't have the proper sleep, you can tell some stupid stuff or maybe some weird stuff also. So yeah, that's my answer.
Thank you for clarifying. I needed that, personally. And I think everyone needed that. So, Duba, or not Duba, Demonic. Out of all the members in this panel, you're one of the quietest people here. How do you intend to be mayor when you typically don't use your loud and proud voice?
I tend to be mayor by using the chat system. I speak in actions, not words. I tend to be quiet and try to resolve my issues using body language.
That's a good way on handling it. I think that will work. And that's the debate. Did anyone get your vote? Has your opinion not changed? Let us know by voting from August 24th to August 26th, and come August 27th, we will know who will be the mayor of Cosmic. Thanks for watching, and good night, Cosmic. I had way too much fun putting that together. But yep, from the 24th to the 26th will be the days we'll be voting for who will be mayor of the town. And considering how much I've been pre-recording lately, it's more than likely that this video will release the week of voting. So more than likely, next video we'll actually know who is going to be the mayor of Cosmic. And considering how much we've done for James, I feel somewhat confident that the fact that he'll win it. But anyways, instead of me actually showing you another train station build in a time lapse or something like that, I just decided to do all of it off camera. Well, clearly not all of it because the redstone's not built up, but at least the main shell of the train station has been built up, as well as the minecart tracks. But in one particular part of it, we might have had some instances that's happened. Because if we fly down here, then we could see that yeah, someone just parked a huge truck right where the railway is actually going to be. And by someone, what I really should have said was Kingston. And honestly, either someone's built a secret pub that I have no idea about, or secondly, Kingston's just not that good of a driver, because if we come over here, we have a few of his other shops. We have this truck right here, which is heavily parked right here. Not too messy or anything like that. Coming over here, we can see another truck or van might have accidentally fallen into the river. And then, of course, we have this massive truck bursting its way through the railway. And I don't know. I think whenever we get a mayor, we should bring up the fact that maybe a DMV is in order, maybe a courthouse, maybe a jailhouse, things like that, just in case things like this happen again. But in other news, also, we've actually found a spot for the minigame district, being this huge area we can see around here. This mountainous area, this flower forest area, and this swamp. And you can clearly tell this is a minigame area. I mean, look at all the minigames that's been built up around here, huh? Okay, to be honest, it's been really early days since we actually picked out this spot for the minigame district, but expect this place to be filled up really quickly with a whole bunch of minigames, some of which will be for me, so a lot of which will be from other people, but expect this area to be absolutely flooded with games we could play in the future. And speaking of games, there is one in particular I'd like to start up again, one in which I've not done in such a long time, so look forward to that probably after the mayor stuff. But yeah, for now, fingers crossed for James, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.